It's week 14 of the 2024 season, and it's Dre Greenlaw. He's a nightmare to deal with in the front seven. It's the Steelers and the Browns. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in week 14. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll go up the middle with White, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 17 carries, 87 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. DeAndre Carter back deep. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Browns will take over first and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run straight ahead here with White. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. White's numbers from a week ago. 18 carries, 102 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Now it's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Jermaine Johnson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Delay of game. Offense.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Allen. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. That's caught by Myers. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jacoby Myers with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. Jackson now off the bootleg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You look at the Steeler defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Hopkins, the man in motion right. On play action, Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Allen. He finds Hopkins complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. This one swung out here to Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Here's 2nd and 7. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. Well, you know, he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw is Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steelers offense and the veteran DeAndre Hopkins set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their last two drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Now a first down carry by Jones. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He'll take this to the 46. And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's a 2nd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On play action, Allen. That's complete once again. It's Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Allen. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Allen to throw once more. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Now Jackson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. In motion goes the tight end. To the air, Allen. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Jackson now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Set to punt. Here's Cameron Johnston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the 22-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A check down here to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now Allen again. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt.
In punt formation.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing is Jackson. Incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Cameron Johnston now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded just inside the 30.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Allen.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Now Allen. Touchdown.
Jacoby Myers in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Brock Purdy, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. DJ Moore, over 200 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. DJ Chark, a touchdown catch in the victory. We were treated to a solid first half of football by the great quarterback, Josh Allen. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Motion man is Shakir. Allen going to throw. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Jackson. This is White on the screen. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Jackson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the right side here with White. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Well, the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Throwing now is Allen.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Now it's Jackson.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And down he'll go at the 25. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Shepard goes in motion. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Motion man is Shakir. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. An option give now to Mitchell. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Allen. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
An inside give to Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. And there to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Mitchell now off the option. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Oh, the motion comes too late. Now this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Myers in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Stiff-armed him, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense. So the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Allen now on 3rd and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. They'll go with Jones. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. No hesitation on the decision to go on 4th and goal from the 1, and they punch it in.
And I do believe that field position factors in there, too, because even if they don't get in, you're going to force the other guys to go the full 99 yards. So, to me, a good calculated risk, which actually paid off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
2nd down and 8. Now Jackson. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Jackson. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
A gain of a yard. And the Browns 1st down.
Again, Jackson. Back-to-back catches here for Carter. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. On the handoff, McClellan. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential 1st career touchdown.
And his 1st NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his 1st touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a 1st impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be 3rd and 5. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Sterling Shepard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is down to 20. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy,
But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At their 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete.
Anthony Averett right there for the breakup. He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go.
You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Jackson.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. Now a 2nd and 6.
To throw is Jackson. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Jackson.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And Jackson throwing once more.
He'll get that one to Carter complete.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun.
That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. A give to Jones. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Allen running the option to the left. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
They'll go again to Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. From the gun, it's Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Carter. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Jackson to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Allen Robinson, 48 yards.
And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for the Steelers, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.